Hi, I'm about to go to a P1 Harmony concert. Hi, welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're not. I'm Hunter, you can call me Honey. I got P1 Harmony tickets from my mom for my birthday. It was just standard GA tickets, but she got 3 of them, one for the birthday girl, one each for the high school right tutor, and her little sister, aka my mom's friend's daughters, aka family friends' kids, aka quote-unquote my cousins for simplicity. Although I would have been fine with going alone or even inviting a friend to hang out with in LA for the entire day, I ended up chaperoning pretty much. I don't mean that as a bad thing, by the way. It's fine. I just would have preferred to leave sooner if I could choose. Since it was a Friday, my mom and I had to wait until 3:30 when they got off school, which meant the earliest we could arrive at the venue would have been like 5 without traffic. Long story short, I went to the P1 Harmony concert in LA on January 20th for my birthday and I vlogged it. And when I go to a concert, I usually do a lot of preparation for the concert, but I kept it pretty tame. So maybe I should vlog another concert. And one more thing. Yeah, sorry, I know this is a long intro. I would have vlogged like I normally do while talking to the camera, but most of my regular vlogs end up something like, I almost completely forgot to vlog. That would have been horrible. Or it's my birthday present. My birthday was on Monday, and 4 days later, on the 20th January 2023, I'm going to a concert for one of my old groups. Yay! You can imagine how difficult that is to edit, especially for someone like me who absolutely hates editing. It's my least favorite part of being a film major. That's probably why my most recent vlogs took almost a whole year to finish. That and seeing myself on camera tires me out and makes me cringe sometimes, so I did everything in my power to procrastinate working on those videos as much as I could. Okay, you've waited long enough, onto the vlog. I started vlogging just before 2:30, maybe like 2:15-ish, 2:20. That's around the time I started getting ready for the concert. Right before filming, I got dressed and did my hair. I was going to style it, but I didn't think I'd have enough time, and leaving it down wasn't doing it for me, so I tied it up in a half up, half down style. I was kind of going for an edgy NASCAR concept. I don't know what else to call it, but I had this aesthetic in my head. To tell you the truth, you wouldn't be able to tell in the footage because I cut most of it out, but I was practically breaking down from stress. This wasn't my first concert or anything, but I was getting so much pre-concert anxiety since it was my first time. I was leaving so late and the concert time was so early. Like, who has a concert on a Friday at 6 p.m.? Only people who don't live in America, that's who. No hate to the coordinators, but this is LA, the heart of SoCal. Not to mention the venue was in Hollywood, so the heart of SoCal, which means people from Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, and more would probably be driving out to this event. So 6 p.m. is a little unrealistic for a Friday night since a lot of people usually have school or work on Fridays and probably wouldn't make it to the concert on time, therefore less ticket sales. But moving on from my little tangent, let's get back to the vlog. After applying my base with contacts, foundation, and eyeliner, I move on to eyelashes. I don't know why, but I feel like my lashes were definitely the highlight of my makeup look. I whip out my blue glue-on lashes. I thought it'd be perfect with my top. The blues match. It fit that particular aesthetic I was going for, so yeah, I was excited to put them on. It also gave me an excuse to use my new eyelash glue. This glue isn't anything special. I think it's just the fact that I got to open it up and use it. It's like opening a present, but you know what the present is. It's just the fact that it's a present that you like it. Oh yeah, and before I forget, the picture I used as inspiration for my outfit was a P1 Harmony concept photo. It was for their Scared MV, if I'm remembering off the top of my head. And while I could have copied one of the members exactly, I thought that it'd be more fun to do that if I were to match with the girls I was going with, like if each of us dressed as a different member. But it was their first concert ever, so I didn't want to overwhelm them with all this responsibility of having to coordinate the outfits. Plus, the older one is like a sophomore in high school, so it's not like they even have the money to buy outfits. I don't think their parents would be willing to buy all that for them. And I wasn't gonna buy it for them either. We bought their tickets, so buying their outfits would definitely scream privilege, which I definitely am not, much to my disappointment. So I just settled with a more toned down version of these outfits so that we all sort of looked the same to a degree. Okay, so for some reason I struggled extra hard on removing the eyelashes. You can see from my facial expression that I just could not. But after getting one done, I was able to prep it with glue before struggling with taking the other eyelash off of the box. But let's ignore that and talk about what was going on in my mind. As I mentioned before, I was internally really stressed out and irritable. You just couldn't tell because I wasn't exactly expressing it, because I was too preoccupied with the actual struggle of trying to look good for my bias. Jokes. I wasn't trying to look good for my bias because I knew he probably wouldn't see me from the crowd. I was standing in GA. Like there's, I don't think he'll be like, oh, you know. I just like to look pretty when I'm going somewhere that I care about looking pretty at. Does that make sense? But yeah, one eyelash done. Gotta fill in that eyeliner and then do the other side. I'm pretty sure that took me like 7 whole minutes and I don't know why. But once I did it, I was relieved, and you can see that with my little happy dance. Now lips. I personally like to go in with chapstick before applying any lipstick. My lips get chapped really easily, so the chapstick helps add like a layer between my lips and the makeup. That, and I find it so much easier to apply liquid lipstick if your lips are kind of slippery. Slippery from the chapstick. I don't really like heavy lipstick, especially with bolder colors like the red I wore. Which, by the way, I was so conflicted about that lipstick because the concept of my outfit was like very blue, right? So it felt like the red would kind of clash. And once I applied it, I honestly wasn't sure if it did or not. But that's pretty much the entire makeup look. So I go to my room, which if you haven't seen it before, here you go, room reveal. In my room, I have all my skincare and perfume and stuff. For that night, I decided to go with my Chanel perfume. It was a present, but I don't remember when I got it, to be completely honest. I just know that my mom got it as a present and I stole it with her permission. So yeah, I didn't steal it, but technically I stole it. Now accessories. I already switched out most of my earrings days before, so the only jewelry I really had to put on was my dangle earrings. I don't really switch out my other earrings because I got my first ones when I was like 3 months, so they're long heeled. But the other ones are all kind of new, like a year or 2 old, so I don't like touching them too much. I don't know if you consider nails accessories, but I have nails next. I wanted them long to kind of match the aesthetic I was going for, that edgy vibe. And I didn't want to overdo it with the blue, which I totally had the perfect nails for. And now that I think about it, I kind of regret I didn't go with those nails. I ended up going with glittery black coffin-shaped nails from your local Claire's instead. Honestly, as I was gluing the nails, I was debating whether it was a good idea or not. Because if I lose one in the middle of the night, like if I don't let it dry properly, it'd be very unfortunate. But I mean, it's one night. How many am I gonna lose? It's not like I'd lose a whole hand's worth of nails. But it's not the fact that I'm losing the nails that I was worried about, but rather the idea that I'd be walking around with literal claws and then like 1 or 2 would be missing. Like, you'd notice because if one came off, that nail isn't even painted, so it's obvious it wasn't like a weird fashion choice or something. Spoiler alert, I end up losing 3 nails by the end of the night. Now at this point, I changed the angle because I wanted to show off my dog, but I realized that it's a good opportunity to kind of talk about my outfit a little bit more. The cool thing is that this wasn't a set, but they go so well together. I think it's just the sheer effect going on. But don't the pants kind of fit that NASCAR aesthetic I was talking about? Plus, they go well with the shirt, which also kind of fits that aesthetic. And the lace arm sleeves came with the shirt, so of course I'm going to wear them with it. Although I am disappointed that they weren't simply sheer instead of that lace pattern going on. But it still looked okay in my opinion, so I'd give it a solid like 7 out of 10. But yeah, after some dedication, I managed to finish one hand. Yay! Now on to the other side. For this side, I definitely rushed more because the first hand took so long, which is why honestly all the nails on that side felt loose, which thankfully I'm pretty experienced with long nails, so only 2 came off instead of all 5. Yeah, I finished that side in probably half the time it took me to do the first side. And 30 minutes later, the pinky nail came off and I forgot the nail glue, so I couldn't glue it back. And then, of course, for the very last nail I had to glue, I accidentally spread the glue with my thumb and left the mini thumbprint on the nail. Nice going, me. I tried to scratch it off, but it was too late. The expression on my face tells it all. So this is the final look with my clothes, nails, and hair done. All that was left to do was to set my makeup with setting spray. Now let's head back over to my room to kind of fix up my hair a little bit. In my travel skincare bag here, I have a hair fixing wand thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be completely honest. I think it might just be gel in a tube that you can apply with a cosmetic wand to set your flyaways so your hair doesn't look like as much of a mess. I could be wrong though. It could be water for all I know. I don't know. Anyways, I pretty much get most of my flyaways down, and that's all I could really do because my bangs have this natural wave that gives it some volume that makes it look a little wacky, but now I'm officially done getting ready. Okay, now that I kind of laid down some background, you spent some time getting ready with me and you got a glimpse of some of my opinions about that day. We're moving into the second half of the video, but we definitely have a lot of footage to show. But I'm just going to show you the highlights because I know you don't have all the time in the world to see every single moment. And by the way, the entire concert is on the younger girl's phone since I recorded everything on her phone for her, which segues me into my next point about what I will be calling them. I don't feel comfortable disclosing the girls' names because they're minors, so I'm just going to call them by their initials. And I was originally going to cut them out of all of the clips that they're in, or at least blur their faces if I were to keep them in, just because I personally am not comfortable with showing them. But just for the authenticity of the experience, and just because this is a harmless vlog, I hope, I just thought it'd be nice to share that. So anyways, now that my look is done, I set out to pick up Cece from her high school. I left the house at around 3 because her school ends at 3:30 and there's major construction going on. So what usually takes like 12-13 minutes takes a good 25 with the detour and some minor construction on the way. Because everybody and their mamas decided it'd be a good idea to do some construction across town all at the same time. In this clip, 5 minutes later, I'm still in front of my house. I just left the property, and if I move the camera to the passenger side, you'll see the entrance to my neighborhood. All in all, like I said before, it usually takes like 12 to 15 minutes, and with the detour being super congested, since everybody had to take the detour, it took almost 18 minutes to get like halfway to my destination. Where was I driving? LA? Like, it should not have taken that long. I'm still mad at everybody involved in all that construction. Seriously. I ended up parking at the school at 3:25. I'm not exaggerating. It literally took twice the time to get there. It's crazy. My mom is taking one for the team. She's driving us to LA. I think it's gonna be like 2 hours. So we're gonna get there at like 6 o'clock, which is very... I'm rethinking all my life decisions. Today was just not planned out. If you want to do an event in LA, as somebody who does not live in LA, but like literally right next to it, you know, you would think that we'd plan better, but alas. I have friends who are going. I could have hung out with them, you know? So it's like, I paid... My mom paid for the tickets. I thought we would be leaving like, you know, I'm fine with the schedule leaving right now. Like originally planned, like I'd pick up the sister at 3. We'd pick up this girl at 3:30 because her school ends at 3:30. But sometimes this girl comes out at like 3:40. Because she just takes her sweet time. I don't know what she be doing. Sometimes she's just taking a long stroll around the whole school before coming here. I swear. socializing and whatnot. But I'm really, really, really hoping that she comes ASAP so that we can go home and it'll be like 3:40, 3:50 at the latest. And she can just grab whatever clothes she likes. We get in the car and go. I don't know how likely that plan is, but bro, I don't think you're gonna fit in behind me. The lady was trying to squeeze into a tiny ass spot. I'm really agitated. I'm not sure if it's like because I got 8 hours of sleep, so I'm tired because I usually get less than that and my body's not used to it, or like just this whole day is just exhausting. Okay, for the next clip, I want to quickly disclaim that as I was talking to the camera, I wasn't upset with anyone. It might sound like I was blaming someone, but I wasn't. I just want to let you all know that at that time, I wasn't feeling that way at all. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I was already really on edge because of the time crunch and anxiety, but I cut all of that out, and I was going to cut this out too, but I didn't want to just reiterate everything that happened when I already explained it on camera as it was happening. It was emotional, but at least it was genuine. I want to be real on this channel, so I don't want to have to tell the story again and sugarcoat things, especially because this channel is mainly for me and to document all my memories, good and bad. But yeah. So things went terribly wrong, and here's me in real time trying to explain what happened. Bro, are you fucking serious right now? How in the world did things go wrong so fast? It's 3:50 and I'm driving to her house because she fucking went home right after class. I don't know who made those arrangements. I texted her. She said that my mom was supposed to pick her up from her house. I don't know who said that. Nobody did, so I don't know where she came up with that idea. But alas, we're here. I'm driving now. I'm about to turn in onto her little neighborhood area, and I'm like trying to take deep breaths so that I don't like accidentally like go off on her, because I know it's probably not her fault. It was like some sort of misunderstanding. I think her parents understood something else and told her something. Oh, so you know what? It's not her fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just chaotic. I don't need. At that point, I should have just gone by myself and waited for them there. Like, oh, and this thing won't stay. One of my nails came off. I knew this was gonna happen. Good thing I'm going back home so I can grab the glue, pack. So I stopped recording maybe like one turn away from their street, just so that I could kind of take a deep breath and calm down. Because I waited in front of the school until like 3:40ish before I texted her like, girl, where you at? So I ended up taking Cece home with me. I think we got back at 4. I wasn't speeding. It's just the way the construction works is like going one way, it takes forever, but the other side of the street is empty. So, or like it's normal. So I didn't have to take a detour or anything, so it takes less time. We dropped my sister off at her like little play date, which we got there at like 4:30ish maybe, and just drove to the venue from there, which only took like 70 minutes by the fastest route. I sat in the front to give my mom directions, so maybe it was my masterful navigator skills that got us there faster, who knows. We played the tour set list from Spotify on the way there, and it really set the mood for the concert. I started getting more excited than anxious, and the sunset view probably helped with that a little bit. I was honestly kind of surprised that there wasn't as much traffic considering it was a Friday night, but it's probably because a lot of people started school, so there's less people traveling. That's good for us. I'm gonna continue commentating in this position because I'm tired. Eventually we end up getting online, and you will not believe how long the line was. It wrapped around 2 buildings, okay? This was a really long line, and we were at the back of it. We ended up arriving at like 5:40-ish or so. At that point, I think I was just more anxious about like whether they were gonna start the concert without us or not. Because the line was so long, I was like, what? What are they gonna... What? Like, I was so confused. Like, how is this gonna work? Lo and behold, they did not start until everybody got into the venue. Thank God. To kind of give you a little explanation about why I just picked up the older sister, not the little sister, and also why we ended up leaving at like 4 and not 4:30, aside from the miscommunication, is because the little sister went to Knott's for a field trip. Not to cause any drama, but my personal opinion is if you want to go to a concert, don't go to your field trip. And if you want to go to your field trip, don't go to your concert, especially if they're on the same day. No, I mean like only if they're on the same day. You know, you can totally go to your field trip on Friday and go to a concert on Saturday. Like that doesn't affect anybody. But the fact that you decided to go to both is kind of not it. But I'm not here to talk shit. I don't want you to think that I'm talking shit. That's just my personal opinion. And that's kind of like the biggest reason why we ended up arriving at 5:40. And they came at exactly 6. We got lucky, I'm telling you. Like, our ride was only 70 minutes. The parents left at around the same time from Knott's. So they ended up getting there at like 6, maybe 6:10. They had to walk all the way around. We met up at like 6:10. And, yeah, like the mom stayed with us in line. My mom went home. No, my mom went to my aunt's house because she lives like 10 minutes away. What ended up happening? Yeah, I didn't really vlog much, so this part is going to be a lot of me talking for the most part. I ended up making a new friend in line, which was kind of cool. She's like in her like mid-20s, I want to say. I never asked. Or if I did, I forgot. But, yeah, I didn't really vlog much waiting in line. I had a hot dog. There were a lot of vendors. It was really sweet because there was this trash man who would, like, walk around collecting trash. And you know how, like, some people, they would do a lap and then they're like, they call it a day and they're like, yeah, that's my money's worth. But this guy came around like a couple of times and it was like kind of sweet. I don't know. But we ended up getting into the venue at like 7:30, and whoever hired the people in charge, like the security, the people who check your bags, you need to reassess who you're hiring because some of them do not deserve that job. Like, so this bitch, she goes, she's like going through our bags, and Cece's water bottle was in my bag. She's like, either drink this or throw it away. And it's not my water bottle, so I turn to Cece and I'm like, you have to drink that or throw it away. And Cece was like, oh, okay. So she looks at her water bottle and she's about to say, like, I'll just drink it or I'll just throw it away. But this bitch fucking grabs the water bottle and throws it in the trash, all angry. Like, girl, who hurt you? You're at a fucking concert. Chill. Are you mad that you have to work a shift and you're not able to watch the concert? Like, don't take it out on the people, you know? If you're watching this, and I hope you do, fuck you. But anyways, it's pretty obvious that I'm tired because I'm just instigating and I'm like trying to cause a fight with everybody. Everybody and their mamas, bro. Like, I'm just laying here all sleepy and commentating. And at this point, I just like could not care. But yeah, we get through check-in or whatever it's called. We show the tickets. We get separated from my friend. She was in front of us in line. And because of like the whole, we got into like different lines for bag check and stuff. We got separated. But yeah, we follow each other on Instagram though, so that's cool. What else ends up happening? They pass out P1 Harmony PCs, and I got a Theo PC. It's in my bag. I'm tired, so I'm not gonna go get it or show you. Maybe I'll insert a picture later. Let's see. Cece ended up getting a Chew and then PC ended up getting Jongseop. Ow, Jongseop. PC was not making the best decisions, but she's like middle school, so it's like you can't even get mad at her. She was acting like a middle schooler, is all I can say. From like going the knots and the concert instead of choosing just one, to like stealing her older sister's PC. Cause like at the time, Jiyoung was her bias because like I like educated her, like gave her a lecture on P1 Harmony. I'm like, this might be your bias, but you can decide later. And during the concert, she ended up switching over to Intak, and I'm like, he's my bias. And she's like, yay, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, so we ended up getting into the venue, the concert. We ended up getting into the concert. What am I talking about? We ended up getting to the concert at like 7:30, 7:40. The concert actually starts at 8. Started at 8. It actually started at 8. Clearly, I'm going off script and I'm not making any sense. Because the concert was general admission, everybody was just standing around waiting for the concert to actually officially start. This was us when we first got into the venue. And of course, a concert never officially starts until you see the "Are you excited to see the concert?" video that they always record and like show at the beginning of the concert. But yeah, while we waited for Cece to get out of the bathroom, we ended up just like standing around there. But you see everybody pulling out their phones. It's kind of crazy how today's day and age, everybody is recording the concerts. You can't exactly see because everybody's phones and arms are up. I'm obviously recording this voiceover in one take, so good luck trying to understand what I'm trying to say. But like I mentioned before, the concert ended up starting at around 8. The guys all get on stage and like, do you see the amazing like effects, like screen effects behind them? Like it's so impressive. So this is a distance shot from my phone. You're gonna see a close up, I think, if I put it in, I don't remember, of this exact scene and a couple like scenes later also in close up and like whatever, recorded from TC's phone. My phone ends up losing storage, so because I was editing another video at the same time as I was recording this. Yeah, you'll get to see the concert clips. I'm obviously not going to include everything, but we did end up recording the entire concert. I end up recording for TC because she's not very good at it. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, it makes sense that she's not good at it, and I would be. I had the selfie stick, so that's why I got this good angle, despite being like towards the back. And then what else is there to mention? That's pretty much it, really. Back down. I'm just gonna let this video continue in the background while I kind of talk about the rest of the night, because I don't vlog anything after the concert. But basically, we watch the concert, and then my mom ends up coming from my aunt's house to pick us up, and we end up just driving them home. Yeah, that's about it, really. We end up driving them home, and then I go home, and then I shower, and I like crash. I like fall asleep because I was so tired. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. It's just going to be clips from the concert.
Let's go. Whatever they say, oh yeah, say oh yeah. We never get killed, whatever they say, oh yeah, oh yeah. When I say who, you say ha, who, ha, who, ha. When I say who, you say ha, who, ha, who.
I'm sorry to say this, but can you hear me? No? No? No?
No.
I'll change my mic to have my. Okay.
I think what she wanted to say was that because we're having so much fun, time is flying by too quickly. Because we're sad to say, but this is the last segment of our show. Whoa.
Liar!
And so, huh?
I know. 다 알아요.
뭘 다?
있는데.
아,
어떻게 말해?
they won't believe you.
They won't, well, yes. They won't believe you.
Yeah. 야, 왜 그걸 말해, 조용히.
I love you!
조용히. Have fun till very end, yeah? Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, on the count of 1, 2, 3, we're gonna take a picture, okay? 1, 2, 3. Should we do one more? Okay, we're gonna do one more, guys. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Now comes our manager. Guys, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, LA. Have a good night. Guys, we're leaving. Bye bye, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Bye. Bye. Thank you guys so much. See you next time. See you next time. Thank you so much.
Let me take my little thing. That's all. Good night.